All right. So everyone's here, or was Summer not here?
Summer?
That's okay. Aaron is
She stayed at the bar anyways.
yeah, Aaron is preoccupied. So who wants to give a recap of what happened last time on Moondew Valley? Maybe as a group, or someone in particular who's watched the video recently and remembers better.
I watched bits and pieces, but I don't mind up for a whole recap. We went to the bar.
I remember we stepped off the train and immediately got distracted.
Yes.
I remember that I do not understand why I'm here and why we're being forced to live out in the country.
Remember these guys trying to play a tabletop game with a whole bunch of rules.
Robin was recently divorced because somebody was rolling bonkers on their romancing checks.
I remember Lucas sweethearting the old lady on the train.
I remember John's decanter of endless water.
There was something about a cursed mine.
So the party hopped off the train to meet the mayor, Mayor Sam, who showed them around a little bit to the farm, and then he showed them to the tavern, where they proceeded to meet some of the townsfolk and engage in conversation or drinking activities there. Certain party members heard about cave and they wanted to go explore it. Certain party members found a new quest in life, or maybe a good time for the evening. And I think that was accounting. It's both. It always has been.
I believe it was described as this is the accountant's white dragon.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of paperwork. Summer, what do you remember about last session?
Like in general or my character specific?
Both. Either or.
I drank a suspicious potion that made me really strong. And I flirted with a half-orc, I
think.
Yes.
Rachel's character was a simp for the barbarian.
Yep.
And there was like some nerd shit going on at one of the tables. And that's about all I remember.
It's like we're all on the same page.
So let's start with the four who had just left the hill where they had met two of the town members, Emberly and oh god, what did I name him? Why can't I remember the names that come up? Black. And they were talking about the stars and the planets and the moons. And it just seemed like they were just on a little date, just having a good time. When they noticed the four of you trudging up the hill towards the north of town, towards the cave. And then you guys talk to him, and then that's where we stop for the night. So we're gonna pick up right there with Zilnik, Raven, John, and Bruce. I went to look down at the character portraits, and none of the character portraits, so I just made it harder for myself. Are heading north of town, towards the cave system. As you're walking through the small village, you see some nice houses going up. You see a giant decrepit building that looks like it once was the community center for a town. It looks like it caught fire at some point. It's half burned down, but no one's done anything to remove any of the debris or clean it up. As you guys keep heading north, more so out of town, you come across a big house with a sign in the front that says Robin's Carpentry. Looks like her workshop and her house are the same, as there's a wood workshop built on the side of it, about twice the size of her house. And then there's little signposts that tell you which direction the caves are, and you notice that the signpost also has directions towards your farm, as if people get lost in this little town.
I really just do not understand how people live in such squalor. This is hardly civilization.
I think it's quaint. You know, they've got these little signposts as if the place was big enough to get lost. It makes it feel larger than it is.
I don't think anyone was living in that house that was burned down, though.
You realize that quaint is just what people say when they don't want to be mean about what they're looking at.
I mean, I've certainly seen worse. As far as villages to acquire a sheriff lot, and uh, for a property value, at the very least, it's got to be worth something. I mean, look at the rest of this place.
Property value? What? Who around here would have money to make any property worth value?
Investors elsewhere.
Investors elsewhere are smart enough to stay in the city.
Exactly. And they're willing to stay in the city and fund the expeditions of this ever expansive town. Think this place has nowhere to do but grow.
Anyway. Can we just be done with whatever it is we're doing here?
I'm not sure if we can just be done with it, because I think it involves exploring the caves. Something about some creepiness happening. I don't know if we can just be done with that in one
Perhaps we can swing by the property, check for the shed for any sort of supplies, rope, I don't know, climbing gear or such, and then make our way to the caves.
I don't know where to go to get to the house or the property.
You
Is it on
see,
the
that's where
sign?
these quaint little signs come in, and he's going to point down at the little sign that points towards our farm.
Hey, look, we have a sign. That's a good sign, right? It's not too shabby.
It's rough. They haven't been taken care of for a while.
Oh, that's a bad sign.
Uh, but as you guys are standing there in front of the sign having a conversation, make me a perception check, the four of you.
You know, I think it could be a little bit straighter. If we wanted to try and prop it up, we could probably.
What do we got?
I'm gonna start messing with the sign to try and straighten it out, make it look a little bit more proper.
Do you have any tools to do that?
No, just my strength.
Um, so you're trying to like prop it up with rocks and stuff, or trying to jab it in the ground more?
Just jab it in the ground more. You know, just like when you like grab it and like try
Make me
and
an
move
athletics check.
John's going to assist with this.
it. So strong.
Let's go.
So as you like set it in the ground and use your fist to pound it down, it sinks in. It also splits in half as the wood's been there and rotten for a while, as the three little or the two little signs fall to the ground.
Well, now how are we supposed to know where to go?
Now we have to split up.
That did not work how I wanted it to at all.
It's an old sign.
It's falling over. You know, I thought I could make it straight so that at least we knew which way it was actually pointing, because it was kind of pointing upwards, and I'm not going to walk up to the sky. There's not like stairs anywhere.
Well, that's definitely coming out of your share.
You know, we don't even need to replace it. It's fine.
You're right, we don't. You certainly do. How are people going to know how to get to the farm if they've lost all the signage?
Zilnik, as these two are chittering on about the sign, you hear some rustling in the bushes behind you.
Will you two quiet down for a moment? I hear something.
As you all four of you like zone in to listen, you hear sounds like a decently sized creature, about the size of a large dog, seems to be prowling through the woods right next to the trail, as it seems to be walking towards the lake, as you can hear the water from the lake to the east.
Can all of us hear that, or just Zilnik?
No, once he told you to, he heard something. You guys quieted down and saw the beast run towards the lake.
Oh, well, this is just exciting. They have dogs here. I go towards the creature.
As you start chasing down this creature, you're able to see, it looks like the outline of a giant badger.
Mimi,
Oh,
Thank
it's
you,
not a
yeah.
Dog. What kind of place is this?
As it seems
Two.
to be trouncing through the bushes and foliage towards the lake.
It's 2 one-shots so far.
So what kind of dog is it?
I think it has rabies.
Oh, don't let that bite you.
Yeah, there's something really wrong with it. It's got a weird face. Its ears, I don't know. It looks like someone maybe chopped them off.
It looks like a badger, not a dog.
Yeah, no dog I've ever seen. It's a very weird looking dog.
It's not a dog.
That's what I'm saying. It looks way too weird to be a dog.
Ugh.
Poor creature. I mean, is that what this town does to things? Because this is. Ugh. Do we see anything else around the lake?
Zilny continues to follow it.
As you guys head towards the lake, you can see the badger is running towards the shoreline, and standing out there on a dock of the lake seems to be a lone figure, and it looks like the badger is barreling towards him.
Oh man, that person's about to get attacked by the weird dog.
Oh, good. Let us leave it alone then.
Excuse me, stranger. Your back's getting mauled by a really ugly dog.
Nick, I need you to make me a perception check.
Nice.
Ah man, her yelling, you miss that bite as it takes off with your bait. As you look to the right, and I'll let you take this one over. Nick, are you muted?
No, he's not muted.
He just didn't want to talk to you.
Oh,
He's like, come here.
Okay, can you hear me now?
yes.
That's weird. I was not muted, so that was strange. So he just kind of swears under his breath about like his fish getting away. He's just like fuck, and then he turns and he sees Clive, his giant badger, running up to him, and he just sticks his hand out and nuzzles his head like he's a fucking dog and tells him to sit. And then he looks over at the 3 people walking up. 4? Is Lucas with them?
4.
And he says, howdy, y'all.
Is that your dog? It's very ugly.
It's not a dog, it's a badger.
That's what I was saying. It can't possibly. Like, it looks very. Is it okay?
Yeah, it's what a badger looks like.
Okay, so it's named
Forgive her.
Badger.
She's an idiot.
No,
Is that true?
his name is Clive. He is a giant badger.
Okay, so we have Clive and Badger. Got it.
Oh.
Nice to meet you. I'm Raven.
Yeah, pleasure. Name's Joey Fisher.
We're looking for the haunted mines. We're going to explore them. But actually, first we need to find our property. I broke the sign. I don't know where to go.
Oh. Well, which property are y'all living on?
The one that's ours.
That's not very helpful.
Well, the sign broke, so I'm not sure what to tell you.
Is there a name of this farm? Or a direction?
Did they give us a name on the papers?
It's your farm, homie.
It's the farm.
Well, there's an abandoned farm just up the way. But
Chances are that's the one.
It's the Moondew farm down in the valley.
well, this is Moondew Valley.
That's
They're-
right.
they're-
We have the farm in the valley.
Gotcha. Well, it's just up the way there.
See, I thought the sign was wrong because it kind of was tilted pointing upwards, but you're saying it is upwards?
I mean, from where we are, it's just here. Let me show you. He like packs up his fishing gear. You see that there's like a halberd sitting on the docks next to him, and he picks that up and slings it over his shoulder. He slings like a longbow over his shoulder, and as he gets closer to y'all, like you see, he's just like a clean cut, young man. He's just got scruff. But when you look into his eyes, there's this sense that this man has seen some very dark times, and he has this like hollow look to his eyes. And he says, "Follow me. It's this way." Oh, I didn't catch the rest of y'all's names.
Call me John.
Pleasure to meet you, John.
My name is Bruce the Shoveler Owens.
A pleasure. Do I call you Bruce or
Bruce is fine.
Mr. Shoveler?
No. Only shoveler
like
to my
that.
enemies.
Oh, it's meant to be intimidating.
Yep, precisely. He pulls out a platinum shovel.
Okay.
I give him
And
the business end.
He turns to the well-to-do knight. He says, howdy. Name's Joey Fisher.
Hello, Mr. Fisher. My name is Sir Nick Cheval of the Ancona Chevals.
I apologize. I do not know my history of these parts.
We don't either.
It's all right. So few do these days.
Oh, you do? Oh, well. Sorry.
I mean, he's said of the this and that and the other thing. I assume he has the air of a noble about him and the learning and the whatnot.
I was only half listening. I got distracted with your
Yes, there was a squirrel.
badger. That too. There was many things.
There's lots of animals in these parts. If you need any help on the farm, well, let me show you. And he leads you up to the farm.
Do we think everyone else on their way here okay with the sign being broken and all?
You expecting many visitors?
Well, we came with a group of us.
Well, surely they'll get directions from somebody in town.
I mean, it's not that hard to make a sign out of some wood. You just gotta chop down a tree, get some wood, and make a sign.
Well, good. You can fix that one. She'll point it out as we walk by it.
I mean, if you're gonna pay me, yeah, sure. I'll fix it for you. You didn't expect me to do it for free now, did you?
I think that's
I mean,
exactly
you
what she
seemed
was
to know
expecting.
what you were doing. I don't see why you would charge for it.
You wouldn't charge for something that you're knowledgeable in?
I'm not knowledgeable in anything.
In anything?
She'll just shrug.
No,
So-
she's correct.
So what are you doing here then?
Her advice is free of charge.
I don't know if
If,
you all know this, but I have the tools required to make a new sign.
I didn't know that. How was I supposed to know
Then
that?
have at it, shoveler.
I go to a tree and I try to chop it down with my shovel.
Well, look, you're gonna need an axe for that.
Watch this.
Okay.
Make me a roll at disadvantage. Athletics.
Athletics, all right. Oh, sorry, wrong way. 20.
That's actually not half bad.
I have a +6 to my strength right now.
So you watch as he chops down a tree with a goddamn shovel.
Who the
And then
hell
I
are
carved
you
the fucking sign with the tip of the shovel.
I didn't know you could use a shovel for that.
The shoveler indeed.
I'm really good at what I do.
Making
Well, do you-
signs?
Do you want to like just use normal tree branches to prop up the sign, or because you need?
I'm gonna dig a hole.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put a large piece of trunk So like a totem pole kind of thing, and then put a
Okay.
big sign on top. I'm gonna be
Okay,
here for about, I don't know, 15 minutes. Y'all give me some time.
Okay, well, holler if you need anything.
I need to look at a character sheet. What would I roll for? Have people roll to build things?
Depends what it is. Survival, or just with a
Or
wisdom check.
performance.
I'm proficient
Have
with
them argue
woodcarver's
for it.
tools, so it's just whatever stat
There
you
you
want to attach to my woodcarver's tools.
I will let you.
You could ask Lucas what he thinks.
Yeah. What? How would you? How would Bruce do it? What stat would he use?
I think he would do it hastily, but it would be a functional sign. So I'm gonna say, probably not sleight of hand. He's using a shovel.
You're also using a shovel as a hammer.
I'm also using a shovel as a hammer. Athletics, maybe?
Okay.
Another 20.
Yeah, that does it. Wow, Bruce.
Bruce is very strong.
Bruce breaks the mold. All right, you have rebuilt the sign.
There we go.
See, that's
Sign
getting
done.
for free. Perfect. This is good.
It is a trunk of a tree with 2 pieces with the locations carved out into 2 other broken tree pieces. But
How
it is a
did you
sign.
know where to put the words pointing which way?
I put symbols instead of words to point in the direction of what might be crops and what might be town.
You sure it's right?
I reckon he did it right.
Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. I'm gonna follow the one towards the crops. I'm gonna follow the sign pointing towards the crops.
Yeah, it takes you back towards the train station and the path where you met the mayor as you head back towards the farm.
So, what brings y'all out here?
Well, remember I said that we were gonna explore the mines, but we need supplies, so now we're going back to the property to see if there's supplies.
Oh, so you don't plan on doing anything with the old farm?
What would we do to it?
Yeah, what can it do?
You could farm it.
But
You know,
that is definitely not my plan.
well, would you be objecting to somebody else doing that?
No, that's the natural state of things. Someone else should definitely farm.
But who would do it?
Oh, I would.
Yeah, but you just said you don't do things for free, so I don't want to pay. I don't have money to pay you.
Well, no, I see. I was assuming that y'all are just gonna do your thing in the mine and then leave, and then I could just, live on the farm and do the farm thing. Because I'm already kind of living there. Well, not in the house. I got a little cabin out by the fishing lake there, and I got a little plot that I've been putting stuff on, and no one was coming for the area, so I just kind of squatted there. And me and Clive, we've been enjoying ourselves. So if y'all aren't gonna do it, then I mean, I'm just saying you could let me do it.
So then, do we get to charge you?
Well, I'm not gonna do it if you're gonna charge me fucking rent. I guess I could go find somewhere else. I was just thinking, if y'all aren't gonna do it and you don't give a fuck what happens to it, then why not just let me have it?
It's the natural state of things is also to collect rent for property one owns.
Well,
Why
that
not
just sounds
buy
evil.
it from us?
I can't really afford it. I guess then I could work it off. There you go. That's how you could pay me.
Wait, why are we paying you? I thought you would pay us.
I think it's a
Oh,
rent
yeah.
to own situation.
I don't know what that
Yeah, I would
means.
I would work the land and do that, and then eventually you say, "Hey, you've worked it enough. Here you go." Like a cooperative kind of a thing.
Raven's gonna shrug and walk away. This is beyond her.
And as you guys are walking towards down the trail, you arrive back at the farm through the north side. Uh, it's still pretty late in the evening, so it's gotten darker. It's hard to see through the thick of this brush. And as you guys start trying to navigate your way back to the farmhouse, we're going to cut back to the tavern. Meanwhile,
That happened.
Aaron, you have been drinking for the past hour.
However long.
Yeah, for with the bomb squad, as you learn they call themselves. As you keep playing the game where, come on, Jeremy. Nicole
Charity and
keeps
Cole- Right. Okay.
Nicole keeps pulling out vials from her bag, and you guys keep drinking different things.
Different things such as.
Sorry, I was trying to see if I could give them names on the screen, and I have to type it all in. Uh, one is a enlarged reduced person, as you find yourself reduced, which they then challenge you to drink an entire tankard of ale
Hell yeah.
as the size of your like a gnome. So try to make me a con save as you just slam this.
Very funny. Aaron doesn't fuck around. She's gonna just down it, no problem. She's gonna be like, "Y'all don't got anything else?" That was like child's play.
You see Lexi pop around the corner. Oh, wow, you drink pretty heavy. I
Oh
got
well,
something
thank you.
special in the bottom down here for you. As she reaches down and pulls out a crate, and then pulls out this dusty covered vial that's corked
Oh,
with a dark liquid floating around in it. It's kind of thickish.
uh,
This is what they call cave grout. It's
you've
got another name,
crouched?
but I forgot it. Yeah, cave grout.
That
It's got
sounds disgusting.
yeah, yeah. Some of the older guys like it. There's a guy up on the hill, Marlin. He loves this shit. But we keep it in here in case he comes down. But he hasn't been down in a while. He's the old sourpuss. Just stays up at the cave and occasionally goes down, clear the first 10 levels. Monsters in the dark, they just keep coming up. So he's got to, kind of clear them so it's safe because some of the townsfolk like to go in there. Willie goes in there for fishing bait. Clint goes in there, grabs some gems sometimes. But this will rot your gut, and she's gonna pour you a shot of it.
Well, shit. I guess I'll try it then. You know, I like a good challenge. So hopefully this is a challenging drink.
So I'm
So
gonna
you
need
make
2 con saves, one to keep it, one to be able to swallow it, and one for the effects.
Oh man.
So you're able to, as you swallow it, you feel it come back up in your mouth as you swallow that back down again.
Ooh.
Make me the con save for the drunk.
Oh
That one
man.
hits. As your little body doesn't do too good as you start swaying back and forth on your bar stool.
You know, maybe I should have waited till I until I was big enough, like bigger, to drink that.
The dwarf speaks up. Aye, but it hits better when you're stouter. Hey,
I mean, it hurt. It hit like a fucking train. I can tell you that.
I'll take a shot of that, Lexi, as she keeps it down, but you see her start to sway in her seat a little bit too. You see Verity kind of sway in her seat a little bit backwards. We should go seed hunting tonight. There might be some. As you see Nicole's eyes light up at the idea.
I'm sorry, seed hunter.
So there's this sacred patch in the forest, and occasionally it's called a star fruit. Sometimes the seeds generate there, and we pluck them out of the ground and give them to Nicole for some of the better potions she can make, and then we split the money off she gets selling her potions of speed.
Well, if y'all need any help, I'm more than happy to assist.
Oh yeah, it's spooky and creepy, and we're not supposed to be out there.
A forbidden area, even better.
All right. All right, girls. Let's clap our hands together. Let's get going. As she links arms with the dwarf and you, and starts heading towards the door.
All right,
And then
cool. Hunting for mystery seeds.
they are going to take you south and then head west. As you keep passing signs that keeps pointing towards the farm. And then we're going to cut back to the farm on the other players. Meanwhile, at the farm.
Burn it all down.
You get about, as you fall into a bushel of thorn bush, you just hear John scream, "Burn it all down."
I thought you said you've been living at this place. What the hell kind of state are you leaving this lot in? I mean, if you're intending to keep it in this such a state, I think it's best perhaps you just mosey on along.
Sorry about
I
that.
was not paying attention. Say that again.
You've left this place in this terrible state.
Well, I mean, this spot is good. And he shows you the area next to like the lake that he cleaned up and where his little shack is and stuff like that. You know, I don't exactly own the land. I can't. Didn't really have permission to do much with it. For the most part, I just sit here and fish this little spot and, you know, try to avoid people.
It's going to take Raven weeks to clear all this out.
Wait, what? But you just saw he has a shovel. I don't even have a shovel.
What do you need cleared out?
Well, there's lots of trees here, and there's lots of rocks, and there's lots of just kind of just general
T-pose gesture to the entire property.
There's just some weeds, and you know, it'll take some work because after all that, we're gonna need to get some hoes and till the land, and well, then we need to plant and water. So yeah, it's a bit of an uphill battle, but I reckon I feel strong enough to do it.
All I have are some hand axes, so if you guys want me cutting trees, I need you to shovel too.
As you guys are walking through the brush, you can see the old farmhouse unlit, like right there. And to the right side of it, you see like a little tool shed set up.
Anyways, there's the farmhouse. I guess let me know what y'all think.
This place looks haunted.
Seems fine to me. But then again, everywhere I go is haunted.
Speaking of haunted,
haunted.
can I check for haunted?
Yeah.
Can we do a vibe check for ghosts?
Yeah, can I do a survival check for ghosts?
Make me a survival check.
All right, I have advantage because of my class. Ooh, 20s all night, baby. 20 for ghosts.
It's spooky, and there might be a lingering presence, but it doesn't seem haunted.
It's only kind of haunted.
It's haunted.
Just a little bit.
Did he say 20 ghosts?
And I mean the most lingering of presence.
We can't stay here. We gotta leave now.
Like a ghost farted here 50 years ago.
I can still feel his essence.
I cut down any tree or bush that has the essence tied to it.
It's more so just the entire farm area itself.
Oh, shit. It's all cursed.
Seriously?
No, but I think either this place was built on an ancient tribal burial ground, or a terrible war happened here and there's a lot of spirits at unrest.
I mean,
A lot of them.
Maybe a couple.
I mean, give me one. Give me like a minute. Joey's gonna use primeval awareness and try to sense if there's any undead nearby.
Undead aren't ghosts.
Within 6 miles. Ooh.
With
It
yes,
says within up to 6 miles.
Yeah.
If you're in your favorite terrain, which my favorite terrain is the mountains. I don't think we're in the mountains here.
What's our starting plot?
Is this the hilltop farm?
this is the normal farm.
Well, then the mountain's over there. So then it's
Where the
just
mine
for
is.
1 mile then.
Okay, so you feel like on the outskirts, you feel like some weird presence over here.
Oh, well, there is this one weird spot on the whole farm. It's not in the house though. It's over here in the like.
So it is haunted.
I don't know. It's this like I mean, it's a gravestone looking thing, and I don't know what it is. It's got a weird language on it. Here, let me show you. And
I don't think we
Bury a
should go over
body on
there.
our property?
what?
Did you bury a body on our farm?
No, it was here when I got here. Look,
Maybe
and he
like-
like
Okay,
takes you
we
over
can
there
all
and just
definitely agree to
this
that for you, Joey.
gravestone looking thing. Look, I haven't killed anyone in a long time. Okay.
How long have you been here, you said?
Here? I don't know. I reckon time doesn't mean much to me anymore. You know, there are places in the world where you can go through and it could feel like you're just running down a hallway and years have passed.
It's a really long hallway.
Believe me, I know how that feels.
You know, the thing was, the hallway wasn't very long.
Where's this hallway? You've both been there?
Yeah, wait till you kids make it to your early 40s. Every morning it's like walking down an endless hallway.
I don't. Is the hallway here? I don't think we should go to the hallway. I don't want to be stuck in a hallway for years.
No, you're not stuck there. But, oh, fuck. Whose character got stuck in there? Lucas's did. Jimmy. Jimmy's stuck there. Who else's character got stuck there? Somebody else's did too.
Who
was still
It was
inside?
Summer,
Who
right?
the hell is Jimmy?
Jimmy the Rat is a legend. And Joey just cries a little bit.
Oh God.
Anyways, I don't want to talk about it.
I know.
Look.
I'm gonna go check out the odd spot.
I'll stand
Okay.
behind the Great Knight with a shovel ready.
So make me a survival check to try to navigate your way through the brush.
I'll
I will
aid you.
check.
All of us?
Whoever's heading to the spooky corner.
I step on everything and trip many times.
Follow me.
It was Corin that almost made it out,
Yeah.
but not quite.
You keep naming people like we know who they are. Who are these people you're talking about?
The ghosts.
Lost
that I
souls.
think it's haunted by.
I thought you said it was only kind of haunted. Now they have names?
Who do you think brought all the ghosts?
Oh,
He
no.
said the place was abandoned before he got here.
You know what? I think we should just give him the farm and call it quits. It's probably a good idea to just go now.
No way, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
You're not gonna find real estate at this price anywhere else.
We didn't buy
The
it.
soil here is like nothing back by the cities.
You see how black it is? It's so good.
It's ripe for a fresh crop.
Is that volcanic ash? I feel like it's volcanic ash.
Just a natural fertilizer all
It's-
over the place.
It's so good for tomatoes.
So as you guys navigate your way through the brush, you find in the back corner of the farm, in its own like little nestled thicket, is this broken statue with strange writing around the bottom of it.
I'd like to try to read it with my terrible intelligence.
I couldn't make heads or tails of it, and I know Elvish.
Ooh, fancy.
You can make me a history check to try to to see if you recognize this language.
Is it fey or fiendish in nature?
Yes.
Ooh.
Is it common, Elvish, Reedren, or Zimnian?
No.
You said history.
It's an ancient dead language.
Is it common?
No.
Okay.
But I read common.
Cake?
I got a 12, and I speak deep speech.
No, this is. You don't recognize this language.
It's a dead language like the rest of the dead folk that are haunting this farm.
It's a haunted language, Tim?
It's a haunted language.
But your primeval awareness,
Is it any of these?
no. It is a local dialect that's not a like language that's takeable.
Shit. It's Jersey.
Yep. I reckon you probably need some kind of a wizard to cast like a spell. I know that they could do that so they can read shit.
But the statue seems to be cracked, and under closer inspection, you're able to tell that it once was a giant statue of an owl.
Well, what do you make of it, Zelnik Cheval of the Chevals? Are you technically a sir?
Technically, but I tend not to make too much of that. I'm sorry, I didn't hear what Jeremy was saying, so I don't know what
Oh.
to make of it.
Sorry, I was looking something up real quick. I'm sorry. I forgot a name again.
He was asking what you make of the broken owl statue with the dead language on it.
Like I said, all depends on how my 20 history goes.
Oh, sorry. I got the name. I just wanted to get this name first. This is an ancient language called Junimoshi.
Nice.
You heard about it? Like you've seen the same symbols in a book you picked up about the area you were moving to. On ancient relics, talking about the ancient Junimo people. And you saw the same writing on those pictures as on that's on this statue that's broken. You don't know what it says, but you know what the language is.
Well, I can't tell you what it says, but I seem to recall the Junimos. I think this is Junimoshi.
Eh? I'll be damned. That book learning be good for something. Don't suppose you know anybody that knows that language, do you?
Can't say that I do.
Still, cool to know what it's called.
Joey,
I'll
you know
learn.
the only place of learning around here is the local library. And the librarian's a bit of a collector.
I mean, I do know that there is a library in town, run by a guy named, Nick knows. Who's the librarian here in this town?
Nicole.
And Nicole is the librarian over there. She likes to make potions and try to get people to drink them. I don't recommend it.
I think Nicole could translate this.
Oh, but she might have a book, or she might know somebody who does know. But usually she'll tell you stuff if you give her things. She's like a barterer. She likes to trade.
John's gonna pull out like some parchment and some charcoal and make some charcoal copies of whatever's scribbled out on the stone here, so that he gets it exactly right.
I'll say that's very clever.
You have charcoal etchings of the words on the statue. So what's your guys'
Well.
plan now?
I mean, how late is it at this point?
It's about 8, 9 o'clock.
I was probably gonna go turn in for the evening, or at least, I don't know, sit by the house. You all are welcome to join me by the fire. You don't want to, sit in the dark.
Maybe just a bit of time to walk the property, stretch my legs a bit, and maybe I'll take you up on that. Thanks, Joey.
Hey, you're welcome, Mr. John.
Now that the sun's set, things seem relatively peaceful here. No sounds of any sort of like wolves or the like. So thanks for keeping an eye on things.
Yeah, and Clive makes a good watch badger. Like he keeps a good eye out. Nothing's escaped from the mines too recently, from what I'm aware of. Well, I've been relatively unharassed out here. It's been quite nice and a bit of a change of pace. Allows me to contemplate things a bit.
Alright, Joey's gonna head back to his shack. John's gonna walk the property and check out the farmhouse.
Just like walking the property line to get his own eyes on everything.
Raven, what would you like to do?
Not get haunted. That'd be great. I'll kind of wander around the property a little bit, kind of kicking stones and stuff, just get an idea of what we just stumbled into. I might poke my head into the house, as terrifying as it is.
Dominique will go to the house and try to convince the scaredy cat that it's not haunted.
As you open the door, you hear it gives the old fashioned long as it opens up. As you walk into a very dusty house. No one's lived in here for a while. But there is cloth all over a simple couch and some chairs, a kitchen table, and the countertops.
Is there a private bedroom?
There is 2 bedrooms downstairs, and upstairs you find 3 more bedrooms. One bedroom is a master bedroom with a master bath upstairs, and there's another master bedroom downstairs.
All right, I'm taking the master bedroom.
Upstairs or downstairs?
Whichever one's bigger.
The
He's
upstairs
taking
one.
the house.
Look, there are no ghosts anywhere. It's just dusty.
You don't know that. You can't see ghosts. That's the whole thing. How do you know it's not just gonna pop out and bite you?
I hope it does.
See, now you're provoking it. You're gonna make it angry.
He just walks away.
You're
He
still
just
leaving
can't.
in there? Wait, come back.
As
Oh,
he heads upstairs. You're left in complete darkness of the house.
I was just kidding. Please don't leave me.
You see me walk upstairs. It's not like I disappeared.
I'm too afraid to follow you. We don't know what's up there.
What kind of a barbarian are you?
So you enter the master bedroom to see a simple dresser and a Chester cabinet and a bed, a simple mattress, but no like bedding on it whatsoever. But it's decent. It's an old farmhouse, but it was taken care of. As the entire structure of the house is solid, and there doesn't seem to be any long-term damage. And the bed's made of seems like duck feathers.
This is quite nice. Certainly not what I was expecting.
Are you still alive? I'm like
What?
whispering up this. I'll like make a mad dash up the steps, like you know when it's dark and you think something's chasing you when you're going up steps at the middle of the night. It's just like running blindly.
Raven, what are you doing?
I just, stairs, they're just, oh wow, this is nice in here. This is not so bad. This is not so scary up here. This is a window, that's nice. Okay, this isn't so bad.
Right, now go find your bedroom. This one's mine.
Through the door? Into the dark hallway again? I'll just wait here until someone else gets here. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I don't mind.
I take out a torch and my tinderbox and light a torch for her.
Oh wow, this is way better. Yeah, I didn't know you had these the whole time.
Don't you?
What was that?
Don't you have torches?
She's gonna look in her bag.
You
And
realize you can't see in the dark.
she's gonna pull out a torch. Oh yeah! Look at that idea. Forgot. I didn't think about it. Yeah. Look at that. I'm gonna use your torch to light one of my own torches. Go get it!
It's not as scary now.
It's not so bad. This is nice. This is good. Oh, this is a great room. I like this room.
Why don't you go see if you can find your room?
I can't have this one. This one's really nice. It looks comfy. Looks great. Look, there's a bathroom attached.
Mm-hmm. I've claimed it's mine.
So I have to go back into the hallway.
Yes, but think how much nicer it'll look now that you've got the light.
Yeah. But then I'll see what's coming after me. No, it's fine. I'll just go into the hallway all by myself.
I'll be
With my
right here
torch.
if you need anything.
Yeah, no, that's fine. No, of course, definitely.
And he ushers her out into the hallway and closes the door.
This is fine. It's fine. Look at it's just shadows on the wall. It's not like there are figures reaching at you. It's just shadows. This is fine. This is good. This is fine.
You
This is fine.
You see 2 other doors.
Just doors. They're just doors. But what's behind the doors? That's okay. What's behind the doors? That's the question. Okay. No, I'm sure it's just a lovely bedroom. It's gonna be fine. She's gonna reach for the door that's closest to her.
As you open the door, it does the slow creak, and as you take a step inside, a spider falls in front of your face.
Oh god, she's gonna scream and she's gonna run out of the house as fast as she can.
Dominique is going to start settling into bed.
John, as you're start to walk the property, you walk around the farmhouse first just to get an idea of what's there. And as you round about the back of the house, there's this like ancient, almost furnace looking thing that's kind of made of bronze. And it think of like a wood iron stove. It looks like that, made of bronze. And seems to have some sort of wire connected to the house.
How bizarre. Any idea what this thing is?
No, but as you start inspecting it, you can see on the right hand side of the machine is a large lever. And if you grab the lever and like push it forward, you see this flap in the top open. And inside the flap of the top is this glowing blue rock. About the size of your fist.
Ooh, that's interesting. What's this glowing blue rock?
It's not something you recognize.
That makes me want it even more. Let's scoop up this glowing blue rock.
Alright, so you have mysterious ore in your inventory. As the machine sits open. As you keep like progressing around the perimeter, unless you want to fuck with the machine more.
I mean, does it look like there's anything to like hot wire, or does it look like this rock was used as like a fuel source for if it were a furnace?
It like if this was wood, this is where the wood would go.
I'll try to light it in there with a torch just to see what happens.
It doesn't seem to light, but the lever that you were messing with could have been pulled instead of pushed.
Let's pull the lever.
As you pull the lever, you kind of like a can crusher. You feel gears inside crush the ore to bits, to dust. As you see the light start to kind of envelop, like this light blue light, the furnace itself, as it seems to be traveling up this wire into the house. Zilnik, as you're finally comfortable after a long day of traveling, you're finally in bed. This bed's not too bad. You're actually a little bit just about to fall asleep. And suddenly it's bright and there's light everywhere. As you look up to see this weird glass bulb in the center of the room glowing a soft yellow light. As John, you see the entire house from every window light up as if there's a dozen torches lit at once.
I'm just gonna take a moment, just shock and awe.
As you pretty much fueled the generator to turn on electricity to the house.
Well, be.
All right. Who did that? Make it go away.
Raven's gonna turn around and see as soon as she leaves it, it lights up like a beacon, and that's just gonna make her more confident that this place is haunted.
Does that mean the downstairs bedroom's available? Perfect.
Zelnik, as you go to exit the door, you see a little switch on the side of the door.
I'll stop and investigate it.
Looks like a simple switch. As you go to flick it, the light in the room turns off.
I'm gonna flip it like up and down a couple of times.
Sorcery!
As it seems to flick on and off, on and off. This seems to be the power source of said illumination.
All right, turning it off and going back to bed.
All right. John, did you say you were heading inside?
Yeah.
Okay. There's 2 rooms upstairs, and as you head actually as you turned on that generator, you heard a blood-curdling scream as a spider drops down in front of Raven's face. And as you come around the corner, she comes bolting out.
What is it? Did you see the ghosts?
She stood up for a second. Because Charles was, and I quote, "I'm still so hungry."
Then Bruce, as you're keep trudging through the brush, you able to like hit some trees, some acorns and pine cones drop. Simple foraging material you could use to like make a little light snack and stuff. You see what looks like an old building that's not even an old building, but like what used to be a structure of an old building. As you realize you're standing on a concrete slab of something.
This is very intriguing. He'll go through, pace it out just to get the rough size of the building, and then try to determine its function.
It seems to be a 30 by 40 building. As you start digging with your shovel through the materials, you're able to find like old decrepit wood and what seems to be broken pieces of glass. Make me an investigation roll.
Oh, so good at that.
Oh, Raven's back from running through the forest.
Yeah. So good at that. I got a 2. Unless it deals with Fey, Fiend, or Undead.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I got a 2.
So, it was a building, but it was made of glass? That can't be right.
It's a poor building material to build out of glass.
Some idiot tried to build a building out of glass.
You see these timbers? All wrong. They're not treated at all. See, it rotted and fell down. Clearly, someone doesn't know what they're doing.
And as you keep trudging along after finding that, you see a little fire in the distance on the southern end of the farm. And as you walk your way through some grassy areas where it's not so bad to get to, you see a little shack with a badger sitting next to the fire, and it's right next to a little pond. And you see Joey out there getting some late night fishing in.
Well, howdy, friend. Are the moon carp biting?
Nah, Nothing bites much this time of night. I usually just get a bunch of trash.
Have you tried a net and just dragged along the bottom?
It's not so much about catching the fish as much as having something to do. Trust me. If I wanted to catch them, I probably wouldn't do it here.
Perception check. It's on the line. Get it. Go. Hurry.
I think you have something on the line.
Oh, yep. You're able to. You see, just mid conversation, Joey stops and just rips his fishing pole up, and you see the classic like fish jumping out of the water through the light of the campfire.
I have that effect on animals.
Well, you want to stick around for some dinner?
Yeah, so you know what? That sounds really good. I was just out digging and exploring that old terrible structure to the north. I could use a bite.
I think your friend got the old generator working. Seems the lights are on in the house.
What was that? What that was?
Yeah. Though I don't know what that blood-curdling scream was.
I thought that was that machine.
I think it was your friend Raven.
Well, that could be true as well. I'm sure everything's fine if she's with Zilnik.
So, y'all seem pretty keen on keeping this piece of property.
Yeah, it was left to us after an adventure we went on. Part of the treasure that we received. So we came here to collect on said deed. So that's
So
why
you're
we're
gonna
here.
what? Retire from adventuring?
No, never. They might, not me. But I heard.
you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say because you all were mentioning going to the mines, and that sounded like adventuring talk.
Oh yeah. He taps his helmet. Mining, going down underground. That's kind of my jam. But having a place that is close to adventure, as you say, is very beneficial. Having a safe place to stay. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish with this piece of property. Is just have a safe place that we can venture out from and do other things.
Joey's like stare goes like kind of like far off into the distance, and he's like, sometimes even the places that you think are safe aren't safe.
Of course, nothing's safe. That's why I got a shovel. You either bury your friends, bury your enemies. Either way, something's going in the ground.
Oh, I wish it was just something's in the ground that I was worried about.
You worry about them flying creatures like bats.
No, what haunts my dreams is nameless and faceless.
Well, that's pretty ominous.
Sorry, it's okay. The rat god looks over me.
Rat god sounds like a charmer.
So, tell me about your friends.
Well, they're all good people, in their own rights. Generally speaking, Zilnik thinks highly of themselves, but comes with his station. Raven's good in a pinch. let her loose when she's real scared. Too hot to handle. And John, he's good folk. Aaron, where?
Who's Aaron?
Speaking of Aaron. Oh shit. We left Aaron at the bar. Aaron's probably hammered.
Meanwhile,
Diddle-oo, diddle-oo, diddle-oo. Back at the bar.
all right.
Not at the bar.
Summer, I don't have a map for this, so we're gonna theater in mind.
Sweet.
So you guys have been walking for about 30 minutes. They pointed out some locations to you, like the druid's house where she like takes care of animals. She's like a veterinarian, but she's also known to like sell animals because she's got a little farm herself. Not like the land you guys have. They take you deeper in the forest, and it gets darker the farther along they go. As you see Nicole light up a torch. Do you have dark vision?
Hold on. Yes.
All right. You're able to see through the tree line, like occasionally the flapping of wings throughout the trees. A little more than you should see at night, as the farther you guys go in, the denser the woods get. And it doesn't seem you guys are on a trail, more so just heading a direction. As you see occasionally, Freya will stop, crouch down, and then beckon you guys a different direction than you were previously heading. After a while, the woods you enter, like you feel the effect, you feel nature within you, as you enter consecrated ground of like holy forest. As you guys keep going through the trees, all of a sudden they stop as you enter a clearing that's a perfect circle about 60 yards wide, and growing in the middle of this circle is this single fruit that it looks like a sunflower, but instead of the top being a sunflower, it's a golden star. As you can see underneath the star, it looks like it had just seeded and different seeds are starting to grow. As you hear Nicole gasp, "What actually sprouted? Oh, it just seeded too. We can't touch the ones that are growing, but the ones that haven't moved, we can remove. If we could get these to grow, oh, this would be perfect. We can't touch the big one, though. Okay? Verity, we can't touch the big one, okay?" And you see Verity get a little, "Okay, fine, I won't touch the shiny."
Ooh, here's a question. So they're looking for like ones to bloom, correct?
They want to leave the ones that are blooming and pull the dormant seeds.
Okay. Because if they were looking to help them bloom, I can help them with that.
That would help in the long run because they want the ones that are growing to grow so they produce more seeds.
Yeah, because I have druid craft.
Ooh.
Nice.
You instantly make a flower blossom, a seed pod open, or a leaf bud bloom. So she's
Actually,
one that
Jeremy,
maybe
Druidcraft.
So she'll walk up to one that maybe that looks like it's like struggling a little bit, like kind of wilty and not doing too good. And she'll very lightly touch it, and there's like a glow in her palm, and it just blooms.
As you watch this flower just start to grow a couple of feet, and then these two large leaves come together, and it's like opening their hands as just this star shines too. And as the star blooms, it releases about 15 seeds
Damn.
in an area around it. As you hear Nicole exclaim, "Holy fuck! Wait, you know druid stuff?
I mean, I am a druid, so
You're a
yeah. I know
Oh shit. Oh shit, she's a druid. Verity, she's a druid. We're fucked. No, please don't tell. We're not supposed to be here. We gotta go now.
what?
Make me a perception check.
Oh,
Oh,
it's okay. I'm proficient in that. 15?
So, as you were entering the woods, you kept noticing the flapping of wings. Um, as you enter the woods clearing, the moon is shining brightly tonight upon this field of flowers. And as the moon's reflection hits the eyes of all the creatures sitting in the branches around the circle, you can see that you're just surrounded by owls.
Ooh, that's kind of creepy.
We need to run now. As you see Nicole just bolt back east. You hear her call back, we just got to get out of the holy ground and then they can't follow us in the normal woods. And then I need you to roll me some initiative.
what kind of
Okay.
insane owl logic is that?
Oh, I
Oh,
didn't.
gad.
I rolled it too early. Oopsies.
I need to add the tracker, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, it's I know how far you're going. So it is 60 feet to get out of the clearing and another 60 feet to get out of the consecrated ground. So how fast can Aaron move?
I have 35 feet for my walking speed. And then also, can you use Long Strider on yourself?
Yes.
It's exactly who it's for.
Well, because it says you touch a creature, and sometimes touch spells you can only use on other people, like disguise self.
Yeah, it would say other creature, like you touch another
Ah,
creature.
okay.
Otherwise, you count as a creature.
Then she is going to cast Long Strider at a second level. And who seems like they're the slowest? Probably Freya, right? Because is she a gnome or a dwarf?
She is a dwarf.
She'll cast Long Strider on herself, and she'll as she dashes past, she'll touch Freya's shoulder, and she gets an extra 10 feet.
Nice. So what is that math? It's 35 plus the extra 10, 45 times 2 is 90.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are able to make it out of the clearing before the owls come down on you. But as you guys are start traveling the last 40 feet, swarms of owls come down and take attacks. And we're gonna say did you see that dice roll? I
No.
did?
Nope.
Okay, cool. Um Right. So take 13 damage as 4 owls out of the flock come down, and just not so much peck or anything. They just try to slice you with their talons, as they have an ability called flyby. It doesn't approach opportunity attacks when it flies out of reach. And then we're gonna say you guys get out. I'm gonna roll damage for the other girls. As you guys finally leave the consecrated woods edge, you can see that all of you, just your hair is frazzled as you can see scratches along everybody. Verity looks like she's took the brunt of it, as a couple of gouges on her head has a lot of blood leaking down her face.
What the fuck was that, y'all?
Apparently the druids were watching tonight. I guess we came at the exact wrong moment. Oh, my head hurts. I'm way too drunk for this. Oh, where are we? Freya, where are we? As you see Freya look up at the stars and look down, and you see her do some quick math. She says, I think we're on the outskirts of the old farm. Okay, good. That's abandoned. We can go there. And just patch up.
As
Aaron,
in
are you
referring
okay?
to the farm that they just that they're gonna be living in? That
Yeah.
part?
Yeah, Nicole might have spaced that.
You just hear a girl screaming, running through the forest.
At this moment, yes, you do hear a shrill, blood-curdling scream come from said abandoned farmhouse.
But light does start glowing up from that direction.
Oh, you know, y'all. The farmhouse isn't super abandoned anymore.
Oh, right,
I think my
right.
pals are there, so maybe they can help catch us up a little bit. But I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm tired, and yeah, we'll go to the farm. Freya, lead the way. Chop, chop, hop, hop. As Freya gives her a bit of a dirty look. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Don't be upset. As Freya leads you guys back to the farm. After a little bit of walking, you can see a little small campfire, and a little shack next to a pond, and you can smells like cooking fish. As you can see, two figures talking and smoking uh, over the fish cooking on the fire. As you get closer, you realize that one of them is Bruce, talking to a strange man.
She BRB.
No. See, I actually used to be a fisherman, and yeah, one day all the kids went missing in town, and so got a group people to go look for them. And we found them. Only managed to rescue one kid. But my 3 companions gave up their lives to seal whatever evil was sealed in that temple. And then when I got back to town, what felt like maybe a few days to me, turns out was years to them.
Are you fishing?
Yeah.
Perception check.
I'm over here sharpening my shovel.
Ooh, make me an athletics as this one's a fighter. Or if you want to do a sleight of hand for the back and forth.
My athletics is slightly better.
Oh yeah, no, you're able to just you're able to pull this one in after fighting for a minute, but you literally have to reach down and grab the line to pull it out. It's a big one.
Anyways. Oh, I think that one might be a new record.
Make me a
Anyways,
survival check.
after that, I moved out here and
Bruce,
you
make
know,
me a survival check.
Sure. Natty 19, 22.
Bruce, that fish he just pulled out is a very pregnant female.
Well,
So, anyways,
my
I
friend, it
moved
looks
out
like
of here.
you
And,
might have a twofer in that fish.
well, in that case, Joey's gonna toss her back.
Either that, or it's got a huge tilbert.
Well, we might as well keep the population healthy. Back you go.
I like the way you
Oh.
think.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's my fishing hole. Wouldn't be much to do if there weren't no fish to fish from it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. You got to stock it every now and then.
And at that moment, you guys hear pretty much people walking through the bush towards you out of the darkness from the southwest.
Joey reaches down and grabs his halberd, which is at his side.
And as you guys reach down for your weapons, out through the trees comes Aaron, Nicole, Verity, and Freya, who you saw at the bar. Who last you saw was drinking at the bar, and is now coming out of the woods covered in blood.
Stay your hand, Joey. That there's Aaron and the girls from in town.
Y'all okay? You look like you got in a fight. Who'd you get in a fight with?
Some owls. Howdy there, Bruce.
Well, hello, and damned owls.
Yeah,
No, apparently,
owls.
apparently we pissed off some druids.
Oh, yeah. You gotta be careful with them there druids. They're they're might testy.
I mean, did you do anything in particular to offend said druids?
Nope. You see Nicole speak up. Nope, we just were walking through the forest.
That's pretty
As
dickish even for a druid.
As she shoots you a pleading glance.
Oh God. I'm not sure if Erin's a good liar, but she can try. Yeah, I think we were just kind of wrong place, wrong time.
Oh, well, where are my manners? He like wipes his hands off on his like shirt of the fish guts and stuff, and he holds his hand out to Aaron. Says, "Name's Joey Fisher."
She'll hold her hand. She'll shake his hand. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Erin Klein.
Oh, nice to meet you, Miss Klein. Nicole, are you getting this new townsfolk into trouble?
What? No, we were just taking a leisurely stroll after we played our drinking game that you're too much of a coward to try.
It just takes me to a dark place, Nicole. It's not about courage or cowardice. It's just about not wanting to give in to
Oh
some
my god,
darker
if you start
urges.
with another story about the dark tunnel and the eldritch horror and your friends who sacrifice themselves, I'm going to barf, Joey.
Okay, how about a different question? See, this new to do fella, Sir Zilnik Cheval, he mentioned something about a language called Junimushi.
Jumanji.
Junamanji.
Jumanji.
Junamanji. That's right. That was right. Is that it?
That sounded right to me.
Junamanji.
It's Junamoshi. What about it?
That's it. Junamoshi.
Yes, it's from
Samsonite. It was there the whole time.
the Jumano people. They lived here 1,000 years ago. Why? What is...
Well, there's like a statue thing over there that's got some of their language on it, and the well-to-do feller, like he could identify the language, but he couldn't really read it. And he was asking me about if I knew anything about anyone who knew anything about that, and I told him you might know something about that because Nicole, you know more than anything I know. I mean, you are the librarian after all.
Joey, I'm very tired. I just want to sleep. I'm covered in blood. I'm gonna go home now.
Be safe.
Bring
You
something
want
in
to take
writing tomorrow. I'll look at it. I'll be at the library. And then she's gonna turn around and walk up to Aaron and like she's gonna grab you by the face. She's like, "You were awesome and I love you." And she's gonna give you a big hug.
Oh, she'll hug her back. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing your very disorganized potions with me.
Of course, if
If you ever
you,
want help organizing them, I could help you with that.
I'm normally okay, but I just get
Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
I get distracted. Come on, Freya, take me home. I don't know where I'm at. As you hear Freya mutter under her breath, "You'd be fucking lost without me." Yes, I know. I get lost very easily. That's why I have my dear sweet Freya. Verity, are you coming with us or? And you see Verity look at you. She goes, "I don't know. I could head home. It's been a crazy night. Feels like the moment's kind of ruined. Maybe we can do something tomorrow."
Yeah, we could do something tomorrow.
Okay. Uh, Meet me at the tavern. It opens at 3. I do errands for them in the morning, so I get off work around then when it opens. But yeah. And then she's going to lean up and give you a quick kiss.
Ooh.
Killer.
Killer. No.
I ready my shovel.
And then she is going to
Yeah.
head off
I'll
with
see
the girls.
you later. As she walks away, Erin's gonna like pump her fist in the air, like, yes.
And you were at the campfire.
Bruce gives a fist out for Aaron to fist bump.
she'll fist bump him.
You get it, girl.
So, where's the others? Are they at the house?
Well, Raven was screaming, running through the property here, and yeah, everyone else is at the house.
Okay. Well, did y'all learn anything new and exciting about the property, mayhaps?
Yeah, there was some shoddy construction on some house. They thought glass was a good idea. Untreated timbers, terrible. And
A glass house, so like a greenhouse.
it wasn't green. But I think John found some kind of contraption, a generator, I think, is what Joey said. Power in the house, providing light. So they've been up to something.
And your friend Raven thinks the whole place is haunted and thinks Clive here is a dog.
Precisely.
Is he a normal looking honey
I mean-
badger or a dopey looking honey badger?
Is he a fey badger?
He's a little bit of a dopey looking giant badger.
Those two of his eyes go different ways.
If he was a moon
Well, I
moon or a
mean-
moon, he'd be a moon moon.
So that time you look
a
over at
moon
this
badger.
badger that is looking at you and Joey at the same time.
But not.
And
I mean, I guess.
It's my shovel. You can't have it, Clive.
I guess it could be mistaken. He could be mistaken for a dog if you'd never seen a badger before.
I reckon. But the well-to-do fellow kept telling her he was a badger, so I don't know. Last I heard, they were up in the house. Raven might have come running out of there, though.
Well, I guess I'll head to the house and turn in. I'm a little drunk right now. I talked about owls. I wasn't expecting that. Usually owls are real nice.
Well, I mean, we're
But it was
having some fish. You want some
Sorry.
fish?
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay, well, pleasure meeting you, Miss Erin.
Nice meeting you, Mr. Joey. And then she'll start picking her way through the brush back towards the direction of the house, maybe.
There's a very unclear path that goes up to the greenhouse and then back to the main farmhouse. As I chopped down most of the trees and bushes.
And there's going to be a lot of y'all up in that house.
speaking of the house, Raven, earlier you had run out and pretty much ran square into John as he was walking around the corner after the lights had come on in the house.
Yes, I went running for my life.
I think John went inside to settle down.
Okay. Did you pick a normal room or the master downstairs?
Probably the master downstairs.
All right. That's a nice room.
Because he comes in and doesn't see anybody else in here.
As you enter the master downstairs, you can see a nice like queen size bed with a goose feather mattress, a dresser, covered in a blanket. You also see some large boxes in the corner. As you open them up, you find like basic house supplies, like silverware, stuff like that, bedding, anything you might use in a house. The bedding's old and it looks like moths that got in the box, but a blanket's a blanket if you don't have one at all and it's cold.
Score. He's gonna pull out that blanket and he's going to. I think I had. Yeah, he's going to pull out that blanket and just start picking at where some of the moth-eaten sections are, and he's going to pull out a small little needle and thread of his own and start casting mending on the blanket to start repairing it.
After it's all cast, that's a blanket a grandmother made. Pretty much for somebody. That is a comfy ass blanket.
Still got it, John.
Raven, as you go bolting out of the house and start running in through the shrubbery, make me a dex save.
18.
As you just go galloping through these woods like you know them like the back of your hand, nothing can stop you. You finally find yourself at the bottom of a decently sized large pond. And on the other side of the pond, you can see Joey and Bruce eating fish that they had that Joey's been catching.
She's gonna stop right before completely face planting into the pond, hopefully. And then she's just gonna like point behind her. There's ghosts. They're not happy we're here.
You want to hang out around the fire with us? There's no ghosts out here.
She's gonna look down and realize
zone.
she dropped her torch along the way somewhere. Yeah, it's really dark out here. That'd be good. That'd be good. She'll make her way around and sit down by the fire.
It is very cozy. It's a lot less spooky down here on the southern end of the farm.
I see why you decided to live down here, because up there is clearly haunted.
I mean, I like being next to the water, honestly. Plus, it's just me and Clive, so I don't need too much room.
Yeah, there's ghosts.
And it's not technically mine.
Joey, you built this shack, correct?
Yeah.
Make me a roll for that shack on how good of a shack it is.
Well, I've been working on it a lot over time. I've got wood carver's tools and a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's a sturdy shack.
That's a good shack, as it is weatherproof and seems to stay warm.
I mean, it looks more put together than that one burned down building I saw.
Is that the thing made of glass that you were telling me about, Bruce?
No, there was no glass. It was wood. It was very burnt.
You think she might be talking about the community center?
Oh.
Very dilapidated.
Oh yeah, I've seen that building too. I don't know the story behind that one.
Well, your building is much more built than that one.
Well, thank you kindly. I do apologize though. I don't have exactly enough room to share with others. I mean, we could probably all try to cram in my bed, but it might be a little uncomfortable.
Well, I'm pretty sure that Zilnate got eaten. So there's probably an empty room in the house now. I just don't know if it's safe to sleep in it.
Do you want us to go check it with you?
Well, I'm not walking back there alone without light.
Well, your friend Erin just went up that way. She just went through the dark.
Did you guys warn her?
Yeah, I think we warned her, right, Bruce? We told her all the relevant information.
She knows it's haunted and she still went?
Aaron,
Quite
since you have
bravely. With a fist pump, if I might say. She was pretty excited.
Aaron, with you having dark vision and Bruce chopping down a lot of the things in the way, you're able to find the house very easily, as it's lit up by the strange illuminating bulbs hanging from the ceiling.
If you're talking, you're muted. Well, you're not muted.
Summer?
Oh, sorry. I was not aware that you were talking to me.
Oh, my bad. No, you made your way back to the house pretty easy because of dark vision, and you found that the house is lit up by strange illuminating bulbs hanging from the ceiling.
Do we not know what lights are?
Um, I'm gonna say no, not like these lights. These are light bulbs, and
Huh.
I prefer the cantrip, honestly.
the train you took here
I
was
mean, they're
powered by magic,
sorry.
but you've never seen anything like this. Sorry, I mean interrupt.
No, I interrupted you. I mean, they sure are pretty. Uh, is there anyone like in the living area, or is everyone like asleep? Like,
There's an empty room. There's a couple. There's an open door and some stairs. You see a little kitchen area. There's a couch. It looks like there's a bedroom door, but it's closed.
You'd probably see John like working on restitching this blanket back together in the common area.
Ooh.
okay. And yeah, she'll come in. She'll admire the lights a little bit as she comes in, and be like, "Oh, hey there, John."
How about this? No concentration required, huh?
I mean, yeah, it's great.
Some sort of magical blue rocks out back. They just smashed the things up and it made it into light. Technology these days. It's astounding.
Magical blue rocks.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm a man of God.
It looks like you're doing mighty fine work on that blanket.
Just trying to give a little back. You know, we're going to be getting some use of what's here. Might as well make what we can, restore what we're able. You know, don't make too many ripples and all that.
Well, I mean, like, what do you guys think of the place? You like it? I think it's great. We could totally just make this place so much better.
Honestly, I was expecting something so much worse since they just gave it to us. I'm just waiting for some sort of nightmare bit of information to come up about this place, so I'm trying not to get too terribly attached. But I love this place.
As Bruce, Raven, and Joey all come bursting in through the door.
Please tell me alive.
What?
I think so.
This place is haunted. I was in here with Zilnik earlier, and then the whole place lit up, and then there was something that hit me in the face that I had to run, and when I turned around, it was glowing. Really, really terrifying. It kept turning on and off like it was yelling at me, and I'm pretty sure Zilnik is dead.
Oh. Well, shit.
I mean, it doesn't seem very haunted.
You had to have been here.
I've been here for a spell and I haven't seen any sign of ghosts.
Because it ate Zilnik. It doesn't need to eat anymore.
That might explain why he's been so
I mean,
quiet.
did you check if it ate Zilnik, or did you just leave him for dead?
No, I left. It was too. He closed the door. Well, no. Here's what happened. He told me to go into the hallway, and I went into the hallway, and his door slammed, and then something touched my face, and I ran, and when I left, the whole place lit up. So I think it locked him into his room, and it I don't know. I don't know what happened after that, but it couldn't have been good.
Well, the light's off in that there room. Do you reckon he just went to bed?
I mean, if that's what you want to call it, it's the sleep you never wake up from.
I know a few people that went there to that place and never woke up.
Well, look, Raven, why don't you just go ahead and give it a knock?
You want me to go up the stairs again?
Speak
At
with
least
Zilnik. Either confirm or deny these worries of yours, these night terrors about ghosts in the light.
I can't just go up there again.
We'll leave the lights on. Unless you prefer the lights off.
No. It's just all the way up there. I mean, he's probably already gone. Why worry?
Well, you could just call for him then.
Zilnik! See, I told you.
Yep, probably dead.
Now, was that like an actual shout, or was it like a whisper shout?
It was a whisper. It was definitely a whisper.
Oh my goodness! Is he in the room? One of the rooms upstairs?
Yeah, he's in the really nice one.
I'll go check then.
I don't think
Come
you
on.
should go alone.
No. Are you gonna come with me, Raven? Since you're so concerned.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Tell you what, I want the both of you to be as prepared as ever in case there is something truly nefarious up there. And I'm going to place my hand on your shoulder and I'm going to cast guidance.